Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It looks like the technical issues at DreamHack have at least for now been resolved as we go into the recovery of a replay here. We're going to be, of course, resuming DaNa versus Sjow. Game number 3 here. It's all to play for on Belshire Vestige. And thank you, Heart of the Swarm, for allowing us to do this. That's pretty awesome. And with me is Metals.
I'm also slightly off-put, like, with the recovering bar and then just having Kerrigan staring at you.
Maybe some guys like that kind of thing.
It's just kind of like, look what you've done. You broke the game.
And now you die.
Now you die, pretty much. It's not even the I'm not mad, I'm disappointed in you look. It's the I'm gonna kill you look.
That's true, actually. That Kerrigan stare is pretty brutal. I'm not. Okay, it's not on stream at the moment. I was like, can the viewers see this? No, they can't. Not right now.
Just don't look into her eyes. Don't look into her eyes. Whatever you do.
Don't look into her eyes. And it looks like. Oh wow! So into the game. Paused. 3, 2, 1. Make fighting! And it looks like the players are back in, ladies and gentlemen, in the top left-hand position. For those of you just joining us, it is, of course, the Pink Zerg player rejoining about 11 minutes into this game here. It is going to be DaNa.
Now, do point out, of course, that the medevac did drop some units down. The Widow Mines have now been cleared out, though, thanks to the lovely Overseer. However, there's a Viking just flying in pretty randomly. The Queens are going to have something to say about that. Still a Widow Mine and a Hellion sitting over in this medevac, though, all looking good. Both players macroing up pretty nicely. And this is where we start getting into the mid-game fun.
That's right, guys, and for those of you just joining us as well, if you're wondering who DaNa's playing against, it is going to be the blue Terran player in the bottom right-hand corner. It's Team prOp.Sjow. Tremendous outing in DreamHack last time around. We'll see if he can't repeat that once more. It's the 12-minute mark of this game now. It's 65 drones to 53 workers, and the total supplies for both of our heroes here are 110 to 100 in favor of our Zerg player. So, not too much going on so far. Worth noting, though, that just like in game number 2, DaNa's doing a great job with his creep spread.
Yeah, he is. It's going in every possible avenue, and that's what I really like, because you can know now every way that the Terran player could be coming in, like straight away. This army moving out has been seen by DaNa, and DaNa can hopefully react to it. A scam, though, will pick off all 4 of these active creep tubers. That's very frustrating. Gonna force it back by a long way, but Mutalisks now coming back on the retreat to come and defend. Nice little play here by DaNa.
Yeah, doing a tremendous job so far. Clearing out some of that creep as well, forcing DaNa to engage. He's got a decent number of mutas with this as well. You might be able to get a medevac. No, just about boosting away very quickly indeed. Managed to get 1. Okay, great. So 2 still surviving here, but needs to actually run away pretty quickly. Sjow being pushed back quite a lot.
DaNa really stepping it up, doing a great little bit of multitasking here, taking a 4th base as well as getting a flood of units coming out across the map. Big Zergling one by in towards this 3rd base. Should be able to kill a good few SCVs.
Yeah, DaNa at the moment, he's just really exerting the pressure on Sjow, I have to say. These SCVs doing a decent job of making sure the bunker stays up, but at the cost of a number of their own lives. It's down to 51 SCVs to 66 drones right now. The 4th base is being taken from DaNa. I don't think Sjow wants to be taking a 4th anytime soon. He doesn't feel confident enough with the size of army he has out on the field right now. And map control, at the moment, I have to say, DaNa doing a great job of maintaining it.
Now, what has to happen at this point is really Sjow needs to do a bit more significant damage. He's killed an equal number of workers as DaNa has, but DaNa of course has a lot more workers out on the field at the moment, plus this 4th hatch. If this 4th base is able to get secured, things are going to look a lot better, but an engagement in the center, the medevac's getting taken down. This medevac count being kept very, very low, and there's no Widow Mines to eat up the banelings.
He's doing just keeping him off of creep, keep preserving the creep spread, allowing himself to just calmly get up to this 4th base economy. The 4th base is coming up now for Sjow, but it's looking an awful lot more vulnerable. What I would say from DaNa's point of view is it would be nice if he tried to take the 2nd watchtower, because I feel that's what's giving Sjow a lot of his map presence at the moment. He might be forced all the way back to his natural, if not picking up off a couple of medevacs here by those Mutalisks as well. Something that Sjow really suffered from in that previous game, and DaNa trying to do the same again.
Now, if you were sitting here and you were DaNa, everything's going your way. The Mutalisk flock is getting huge, 25 down on the field, +1 flyer attack, only just getting started though, which means you're a little bit vulnerable when 2-2 kicks in because those Marines will start dealing a lot of damage. However, not too much has been lost yet, and that's the important thing. Once centrifugal hooks kick in and banelings start rolling around oh so happily, this is where we can get some good connections.
Alright, and Sjow now scanning, picking off some creep, forcing DaNa to try and engage here, but he's going to have to move away with the Mutalisk. He doesn't really want to hit the army as it currently stands, loading up a drop to head into the main base at the same time as well. And DaNa looking like he's thinking about going in for a potential kill here, trying to get rid of this army so that he knows for sure his 4th base is safe, but more reinforcements coming in from the back. The Mutalisk is actually quite vulnerable there to Widow Mines and Marines, a large number of them on very, very low health right now. Has to be so careful, but the majority of the Marines have now been taken out. Drop coming out inside the main base as well. Will he be able to get a decent amount of damage? Is Sjow trying to target down that hatchery by the looks of things and picking off a couple of workers while he's at it. The Spore Crawler doing a good amount of work, and the Marines still survive, but these Lings should be able to clean them up.
The Lings should easily be able to try and knock some of this down. Do get a quick pick up. The 4th hatch, though, is in problems, JoRoSaR, and if this 4th goes down, that is where we've got the big problems for DaNa, because that means suddenly the bases are equal. The 4th command center's also up already for Sjow, and that's going to be really nice, but banelings from the back trying to shut this down. It's going to be close, so I think the infantry is going to be forced to retreat though, and that means that the hatch stays alive with just shy of half HP, but a lot of reinforcements wandering across the map.
That was a really good play from Sjow there, guys, and I'll tell you why as well. Sjow continued to tempt DaNa into the bottom half of the map where he was able to use more Widow Mines, where he was able to use his reinforcements to try and take out the army. Why is that so important, you ask? It's important because he put down the drop at the main base at the same time. DaNa, under different circumstances, might have just pulled back and said, well, it's fine, I'll just defend my fort, don't worry about it, but he was in the middle of trying to defend the drop in his main base, so his army got further and further out of position. It led to an overextension, and that's why, for at least a short period just now, Sjow was actually ahead in supply versus DaNa. A really nice little play there, distracting his opponent.
I also want to point out, during that big push, at least 11 Mutalisks were killed. That is a huge number. That's a massive amount of resources. And well, in we go with the banelings once again. The medevacs getting focused down.
The medevacs? That's
the
huge.
Medevacs are all going. There's only 2 remaining. The Marines getting picked off pretty damn quick. The Mutalisk is going head up against them with no medevac support. Stims are such a luxury. Only a single medevac remaining on the field at the moment, JoRoSaR.
Yeah, that is unbelievably huge as well. Both sides now with 2-2. 3-3 has started preliminarily for Sjow here, so he is going to be eventually ahead on those upgrades. But DaNa morphing in 15 banelings right now, looking like he doesn't really want to let that happen. He just wants to come in and try and end the game as quickly as he can before this even becomes an issue. The missile turret inside the main base looking like it's doing a good job. SCV is constantly repairing it, but actually he's just decided to pick off the workers here. He can afford to at this point.
Yeah, he's got a decent amount of money. He did lose quite a few Mutalisks though, I do believe. I think about 3 or 4 of them. But all in all, a lot of SCVs went down, taking Sjow down to just 50 workers, but only 60 drones on the side of DaNa. This is still a very even game.
And, well, 3-3 now more than halfway done, so if DaNa wants to get some damage done in places where the infantry is, it's really a little bit of a ticking clock right now, because he doesn't want to have to engage 3-3 Marines straight up, since he hasn't started his own upgrades. He needs to start thinking about his transitions here. Have we seen a hive this game so far? We have not, and I'll tell you what, that's, to me, seems like the main difference in this mid-game between this and the previous one we had, isn't it, Metals?
Having said that, though, DaNa is not in such a strong position as he was in game number 2. He is getting there, where he's getting a bit more control. Yeah, that was a really nice pickoff. But he needs to make it a bit more before he's able to safely transition into Hive. Remember in game number 2, there was multiple great connections and the army knocked down multiple times. Sjow still has a scary force here, and that's the problem for DaNa.
That's true. Needs to be quite careful with his engagements here, because at the end of the day, if Sjow decides to come and gets his Widow Mines in really nice positions, maybe gets a drop or 2 off simultaneously as well, you're right, it can be really frustrating. But I just feel like this transition from DaNa is happening so much later compared to the previous game that, say, 5 to 10 minutes from now, if the game lasts that long, DaNa's not going to feel anywhere close to as comfortable, if that makes sense.
I completely agree with you. You've got to get that transition down. The Hive is on its way, but unfortunately a drop coming down in the main is going to be revealing that is occurring. And this may very well trigger a push out of Sjow going, oh, your Hive is only just starting? Well, guess what? I'm going to come kill you then, because I've got 3-3. I must therefore have an upgrade advantage, because there's no way you can have that. I've got a sizable army supply, and Show's actually ahead in the army supply by 20. That's very nice, and as long as he doesn't get killed by banelings, he's going to be happy about everything here.
And here we go, DaNa coming in from multiple angles. We hear the Banelings coming in from the right, the Mutas from the left here. And the Banelings actually all disappeared rather early in that engagement. There is nothing left on the ground for the Zerg player, and he has to retreat for now. 34, 36 Lings now in production. I don't think he'll be able to save this fourth base, though. The hatchery already on half health. These Marines can just pop in and pick it off as quick as you like. And DaNa looking to be in a little bit of trouble here. He is down to 146 supply versus 184.
Remember, of course, the fourth base is coming up. Not quite sure why a fifth command center being made of the fourth rather than floating over the orbit command that was already at the third, but never mind, it's not our place to wonder why. But it means that this is going to be a Terran that's a base up on a Zerg very shortly. That is some fun times with, of course, the fourth orbit command coming in. That is a lot of mules, making up for the slight deficit in terms of the SCV count, but still. This isn't all over yet, because we do have a lot more SCVs. Oh, sorry, a lot more Zerglings and Banelings coming through here.
Yeah, it's not going to be
DaNa
enough.
knows him.
GG, and Sjow wins 2-1. That was really the problem in that game for DaNa.